Could you tell us about the most recent Chinese military activity around Taiwan?
What was interesting about these flights was that we saw three aerial refueling aircraft, which is something we've never seen before. And it seemed like the PLA was practicing kind of an extended aerial refueling operation down through the Bashi Channel towards the Philippine Sea. So the PLA is conducting pretty large naval operations in the Philippine Sea right now. They moved the Shandong carrier group from the South China Sea into the Philippine Sea, as well as another surface action group from the East China Sea down through the Miyako Strait in the last few days. And so, based on what we've seen in the last couple of days, it appears that the PLA is practicing doing joint air and naval ops.
And do we have any indication of why Beijing conducted these operations at this time?
So, the normal kind of day to day ADA's incursions serve a number of purposes. Primarily, it's an opportunity for the PLA to train its pilots, but also to try and put a drain on Taiwan's defenses by kind of forcing a response from Taiwan's Air Force and land based air defense personnel. Also, it's a kind of an intimidation tactic a lot of times to try and signal to Taipei that, this is the capability we have now. We can use it whenever we'd like to. It's a signal to Washington very frequently as well. In this instance, based on what I've seen, it doesn't look like this set of aircraft incursions is directly targeted, some kind of targeted signaling either about a political development or some other development involving Taiwan.
We know that Taiwan has been enacting defense reforms in response to the China threat. Is Taipei doing enough to deter Beijing?
So, an invasion of Taiwan, a Taiwan contingency operation, will be the most complicated military operation ever attempted. And so I think that what Taiwan is focusing on developing, especially with its new increased budget and what they have said they're going to spend it on, specifically lots of UAVs and other more asymmetric capabilities, is very important. But I also think that, like we saw in the past few days, especially today, gray zone operations by the Chinese is another very significant threat to Taiwan's strategic position, its sovereignty. And so I think that kind of striking the balance between dealing with peacetime challenges and ultimately the wartime challenges is difficult.